Hello everybody, this is Baka Zombie and welcome back to another Pokemon TCG video. This week we're going to be looking at one of my favorite decks that's currently in the meta. This is actually a deck that I'm going to be making IRL as my secondary deck. If you want to see my primary deck, I'm actually thinking about doing a second series for TCG on the channel where we do strictly ranked laddering with my primary deck. If that's something you'd like to see, be sure to let me know in the comment section below. But enough about that, because today we're going to be talking about Raging Bolt Ogerpon as a deck. Again, I really like this deck, so I'm going to go over some of the key components here. You can see the deck list in front of you if you want to try out this build for yourself. But with that, so let's start getting into the cards. Of course, when you're talking about Raging Bolt Ogerpon, you got to talk about the Raging Bolt. So this card does have 2 attacks. It's got a nice little support attack for its first attack. For just a single colorless energy, you can discard your hand and draw 6 cards. It's a hey, I have nothing I can do, let me get some fresh cards in my hand kind of play, early game play kind of stuff. But the big ticket, the big box office item that we got here, Raging Bolt's secondary attack, Bellowing Thunder, for 70 multiplied, with only a singular electric and a fighting energy. You can discard any amount of basic energy from your Pokemon. This attack does 70 damage for each card you discard in this way. So it's very much like Chien-Pao, but with it's a little bit stronger. I think Chien-Pao is only 60, whereas Raging Bolt is 70. And Raging Bolt has 2 different kinds of energy, whereas the Chien-Pao just uses water energy. And there's a little bit of difference between the 2, but I really like the Raging Bolt because of some of the other techs that come alongside it that help it get this attack off. So we got the Bellowing Thunder from the Raging Bolt. Alongside that, in a Raging Bolt Ogerpon deck, we have the Teal Mask Ogerpon EX with its ability Teal Dance. Once during your turn, you may attach a basic grass energy card from your hand to this Pokemon. If you attach energy to the Pokemon in this way, you draw a card. So not only are you getting energy out for the Raging Bolt to power up its attack with, but you're also getting draws off of it, which getting draws in Pokemon is just good all around. If you are really in a bind, you can use Teal Mask Ogerpon's attack, Myriad Leaf Shower for 30 damage, and you add an additional 30 more damage for each energy attached to both active Pokemon. And so if you're using this attack with Ogerpon, you're doing a minimum of 120. Is that math correct? Yeah, it'd be 90 plus 30, 120, and then whatever your opponent's active Pokemon has also adds on top of that. But that's typically not what you're going to be using. Now, that's all in good for the backup to the Raging Bolt's attack to help power it up. But how do we get the 2 energy onto that Raging Bolt to begin with? Well, you got good old-fashioned manual attach. That's not going to really help us, but what's really going to accelerate the Raging Bolt is the supporter card Professor Sada's Vitality. Choose up to 2 of your ancient Pokemon and attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to each of them. If you attach any energy this way, you get to draw 3 cards. So this trainer's got it all. You get to attach 2 energies to, if you have 2 Raging Bolts, you get to attach 1 to each Raging Bolt. There's also another Pokemon that's going to be able to take advantage of this in the deck that we will talk about in a moment. So you can get some energies out, and then you can attach manually for the turn, and that powers up Raging Bolt right away. Plus, you get to draw 3 cards, which is really nice there. So Professor Sada's Vitality, very important card in this deck. We do run 4 of them. But I was talking about another Pokemon that can benefit from this card, and that's just to be our Sandy Shocks. This is mostly here for things like Mimikyu or for Rigraph EX or anything that's going to stop EXs from being able to attack them. I'm trying to remember if Rigraph is abilities or EXs. I can't remember. It's whatever it is, Sandy Shocks can attack it. It's not a super strong attacker, but it's strong enough to deal with those. With its Magnetic Burst attack, it only takes 1 fighting type energy, and if you have 3 or more energy in play, which you typically do when you're powering up a Raging Bolt, or just have a bunch of Teal Mask Ogerpons on the bench using their Teal Dance, this attack does 70 more damage. So it does base 90, that 1-hit KOs Mimikyu. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. This attack also isn't affected by weakness, so you're not getting double up if you're attacking like a Blissey or something, unfortunately. But you can Power Gem at that point. That would do 120 to a Blissey because of weakness. but that's not going to be our main attacking against Blissey. Anyway, this is here to get around things that are stopping EXs from attacking it. Outside of those, we have Squawkabilly for support, Radiant Greninja for support. You can also use Radiant Greninja's concealed cards ability to discard an energy card, which helps with your Professor Sada's vitality. We do have the item card Bug Catching Set, which isn't in a ton of decks because it is a very specific kind of card. You look at the top 7 cards of your deck, you may reveal up to 2 in any combination of grass Pokemon and basic grass energy you find there and put them in your hand. Shuffle your deck, your cards back to your deck. Easy way to get Ogerpons, easy way to get grass energies. Anything else that is super cool and unique to this deck? Not really. We got some Bravery Charms to help make your Raging Bolts a little bulkier because they are on the weaker HP side compared to some of the other EXs like Charizard EX or Dragapult EX. You know, on Ogerpons, because Ogerpons are also fairly weak HP wise. Prime Catchers are A-Spec. Outside of that, I don't think there's much else we have to talk about with this deck. So, we're going to get some battles here with this, and show you the power of the Raging Ogre, as I like to call this deck. Okay, let's see. My opponent is decked out with Palafin stuff. They have a Palafin coin. Is this a Palafin deck? That'd be interesting to see. I don't like Palafin deck, but it's a gimmick. It can be fun. I might try making a Palafin deck at some point, but it's not an easy deck to play, is what I'll say. Which we don't necessarily just do easy decks on this channel. You've seen Conkeldurr, you've seen Tinkaton. We mulligan. Cool. Thank you. We mulligan 3 times. We have so many Pokemon in this. We have 2 Squawkabillys, 3 Raging Bolts, 4 Teal Mask. We started with just a Raging Bolt. 2 Sandy Shocks. Was that 11? We have 11 Pokemon. I mean, it's not the best. It's not the worst. We have 12 because we have Radiant Greninja as well. So I do have Raging Bolt to start off. I can Nest Ball. I can Ultra Ball. We can work things out. My opponent is actually playing Greninja Frostlass. They faked us out with the Palafin. But if I can knock out Froakie turn 1... Okay, they have Buddy Buddy. Never mind. They're going to be able to get other Froaks. There's the other Froak. The nice thing is that the Raging Bolt won't take the Frostlass damage. Only Ogerpons will. My opponent just full out every card they need right there. All their basics. So get another Raging Bolt. We Nest Ball to grab an Ogre. Please. I don't need Squawkabilly because I have supporters. I don't need the Squawks. I have the supports, you know? Actually, Squawkabilly doesn't do supporters, I guess, huh? It discards your hand. I'm gonna not Ultra Ball. Bravery Charm on my Raging Bolt, get it up to 200. I could Ultra Ball away these 2, grab another Ogerpon, and then Professor's Research, which is what I'm gonna do here. Or do I grab an Ogerpon, or do I grab the Squawk? Let me look at you, Squawk. I haven't used you in a while. Once during your turn, you may discard your hand, draw 6 cards. Yeah, let's grab Squawk. We play Squawk, just in case we need another refresh after this Professor's Research. We do get a lot of pretty good cards here. We can grab Nest Ball Ogerpon. Grab that Ogre. And then I'm going to Bug Catching Set to try and grab the other Ogre. But I for sure want to get a Grass Energy off that. I do get 2 Grass Energies, no Ogre. But I can go in for another Ogre if I really want to. Yeah, let's go in for another Ogre. Why not? I'll tell you why not. Wait, hold on. Actually, do we want Ogre? Do we want... Let's do a Ninja instead. Radiant Ninja. I like that better, because then I can use concealed cards to drop a Electric Energy, which sets up for Professor Sada's Vitality next turn. We have another Squawk in our hand. Pew, 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 pew. Then we can Teal Dance. Attach Grass Energy to you. Nest Ball. Cool. That doesn't really help me. Gonna Teal Dance once again. There we go. Get another Electric Energy. I'm gonna attach the Electric Energy for my attach for the turn. Does Squawking here help us? Kind of. Not really, though. Because I already have an energy in the discard. And I can get another one in there next turn if I need to. So I think I'm just going to Burst Roar. Oh, well, that's going to discard my hand, too. I don't want to discard my hand. So we'll just end the turn, unfortunately. Yes, end the turn, please. Thank you. All right. I mean, we weren't going to get into talk off that turn as soon as we Professor's researched. I guess I could have gone for the Squawk instead of the Professor's research, but we didn't end up getting a Professor Sada's Vitality anyway, so it wouldn't have worked out for us at the end of the day. But you just never know, mate. My Squawkabilly is going to be taking damage. And my Greninja. I guess I shouldn't have really played Squawkabilly. I'm just setting up things for their Greninja. Isn't that just the case? Let's see. They end up discarding a lot of good cards. Your Rare Candy, Greninja, Water Energy. What cards were so important that you dropped those ones? There must have been another Greninja and a Rare Candy in there. Gonna put another Frostlass. And another Frostlass. So that's 30 damage to these 4 every turn, which isn't cool. Ultra Ball, they're gonna go look for a Greninja or Barrel, I guess. One or the other. Gonna discard an Ultra Ball and a Cologne. Get a Barrel. Play the Barrel. Get 2 more cards. They have to have a Rare Candy and a Greninja in their hand, right? Super odd. There they go. There they go. Get a Greninja and a Water Energy into their deck. Hope that they get it off of this draw. From the Barrel. I need to have Raging Bolt attacking next turn. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Did they get what they need to get a Greninja going? They don't. That's unfortunate, mate. I mean, they still have a Froakie out, so it's not the end of the world for him. I hate taking all that damage. Get the Earthen Vessel. We're going to Teal Dance first and foremost. Get a Fight Energy. I'm going to Concealed Cards away my Electric Energy. So we want to keep the Fighting Energy in case something just goes off. Get another Earthen Vessel. What do we got in the discard here? Just 2 Electric Energy, so Super Rod's not worth my time currently. I'm going to Earthen Vessel, get rid of the Squawkabilly. To grab Grass. I can only Teal Dance one more time this turn. But I might as well grab a second one for future Teal Dances. Teal Dance. Go there. Get no Sandy Shocks. Manually attach. I really can't do anything else. Yeah, Squawkabilly kind of was a waste, and I'm kind of just giving my opponent cards. So we're going to Bellowing Thunder. I only need to discard 1 card, so I'll discard one of the Grass Energies from the Ogerpon. And we take the first prize of the game. Give me that, please. Get a Pokemon Catcher. So they're going to give us this Froakie. Problem is that Greninja's going to be able to KO some things here. It might be my Ogerpons, which I don't love, but I can get back an Ogerpon if I need to. Super Rod and Nest Ball. There's the Farouk. Hassle. Use the card to look at the top 8 cards, put 3 of them in your hand, shuffle it back into your deck. Let's see what they end up getting. Well, we don't get to see. We just have to assume from what they play. We're going to see the rare candy into the Greninja. They're not going to be able to do the Mirage Barrage, so they have to do 170 to my Raging Bolt here. And I think we'll be able to get the KO on this guy. Preferably. There's the Shinobi Blade. Just 170. Ouchie pouchy. If I really wanted to be cheeky, I could, like, if I get the Professor Sada, that is, I could switch cart just to heal 30 off this Raging Bolt, but it's not really going to be helpful. I'd rather do it off of one of the guys that's taking 30 damage every turn, you know? I'm going to KO this Greninja because it just does too much damage for me. Okay, I do it. I have 2 switch cards, actually. Hold on. This could be a thing that I do here. Just trying to heal off Mons, you know? Is it worth it? Sure, let's do it. Why not? Then I'm going to switch card again. This might be a waste of my time, but here we are. Just heal a little bit off the Ogerpon so it lives a little bit longer. Let's Teal dance with this Ogerpon. Because this is where I'm going to be discarding as much energy as I can because it has the most damage on it. Greninja's going to be dead soon too. You and your friends are going to be dead. Like an Earthen Vessel here. Where's the PayPal? What are my supporters? We do have a Professor Sada in there, so let's Pal Pad. Grab just Professor Sada, shuffle that sucker back in there. We're going to Earthen Vessel to drop a Sandy Shocks. I'm going to grab a Grass. And a Grass again for next turn. I could concealed cards as well here. Let me Teal dance first. Pokégear. Are you weak to Psychic? Yeah. Let me Pokégear. See if we can get a Professor Sada off this. We do. Professor Sada's Vitality. How many energies are in my discard right now? 3? Yeah. We'll play Professor Sada's Vitality. We're getting low on our deck, so we don't want to be drawing too many cards here, but alas, I'm going to anyway. Electric Energy here, Electric Energy here. To draw 3, which gets us another fighting type energy we can put on this guy. We can also Bravery Charm our little guy here, so he has a little more health and lives longer. Lives a long, healthy life. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, or 70, 40, 210, 280. We have more than enough. Yeah. Alright, let's just do it. Let's just Bellowing. So we need to do 310 points of damage. Let's go 1, 70, 40, 210, 280. More than enough. 350. KO their ninja. So they have to try and get another one into play for this little guy. Get 2 prizes. Counter Catcher and Ultra Ball. Counter Catcher's not going to help us right now. If they put something dumb in the active, I'm going to try and get rid of a Frostlass next turn. If they don't get a Greninja out here, I'm going to try and get rid of a Frostlass. Ooh. I should have discarded from my active Raging Bolt, actually. They KO'd their own Babero, which is nice, because now I only have to KO Greninja here. Energy Retrieval. I should have discarded from my active Raging Bolt. Because, first off, there's 3 on there. But if they get a Greninja here and KO me, I just lose 3 energy off the board. I wasn't thinking. That was a plan at some point, and then I just threw it out of my head. That's the problem. Unfortunately, our Greninja's going to get KO'd in between turns. Our Squawkabilly actually survives by 10 HP. Did they get the Greninja? They might not have gotten the Greninja, and that's what might be causing them some stir over there. Which is good, because that saves my misplay of not discarding from the active Raging Bolt. They concede! Raging Bolt! We make mistakes, we still win! But yes, it would have been smarter to discard from the Raging Bolt. If that's something... like, there's a drawback to both online and in-game, in-person. And my in-person drawback is that I'm so used to playing online and making a video that when I'm talking... Hold the phone. Yeah, that's right. There's a lag. Hold on, let me fix this. I should be able to do it. I forgot to turn off the lag, so hopefully it's not too bad for you. It should be fine during the card thing, but right now it's real bad. I wonder if the webcam itself has been, like, actual lagging, too. Here. How quickly does that update? Okay, we're up in business. Sorry about that. Let me double check it. It should be fine, though. Live editing right in front of your very eyes. Let me see that this is right. The worst part is that the webcam and the audio weren't synced either. So everything was desynced from each other. The game was moving the fastest. My voice was moving the middle, and the video was the worst. I'm so sorry about that. It'll be fixed for the next battle. But what was I saying? Oh, the in-person. My problem with in-person stuff is because I'm used to making videos where I'm speaking about all my moves. I misplay in person because I'm not talking out all my options and things, right? Online, sometimes things are hidden from you that you would see if you were in person, like with the Raging Bolt having so much damage on it and having 3 energies. That was taken away from my mind because all the cards were so small, right? So yeah, it's just this thing. Sometimes you just gotta stop and think. But we're gonna get another match here and see if we can get this rocking and rolling again. Alright, we get to choose the coin toss for this one. We always choose tails, we always lose. With this deck, tails, we win it. With this deck, you want to go second, typically. Going first doesn't get you anything because you're not going to be evolving. And you want to be able to attack right away if you get the right cards and play supporters. So going second is very beneficial for this deck. We start with a Squawkabilly. Love to see that. That's sarcasm, by the way, if you want to. Like, if I really have to, I can Prime Catcher if I am able to pull something in that I need. Pokégear is going to be nice to try and grab Professor Sada. Actually, I could just Squawk and Seize right off the rip. But I'm hoping I top deck like a Raging Bolt or an Ogerpon, right? Because if I do that, then I can Prime Catcher, get my Squawkabilly out of the active spot, and then start setting up. Preferably, the most preferable will be a Raging Bolt, but I will settle for a, what are you called? Ogerpon. We have another Greninja deck. I assume it's Greninja Frostlass again. There's the Rodon V. Getting the Rodon V, and I don't know. I think I'd rather have Froakie. I could, well, no, manually attaching isn't going to be great because then we won't be able to attack right away with Raging Bolt, you know? Instant charge, yep. I would love to Iono them, but unfortunately. Nest Ball, okay. I can deal with a Nest Ball. What's Nest Ball? For the Raging Bolt. I want that Froakie to be active because I want to KO the Froakie. I really don't want to discard my Prime Catcher, but I think I'm going to. If this bites me in the butt and I can't get Squawkabilly out of the active, I'm going to be so sad. It's looking like it. I can Professor Sada's, but that's not going to help me here. Gonna PokéStop. Spin that icon. We get a Nest Ball, Ultra Ball, and a Grass Energy in the discard. Yeah, not the worst. If I can get this in my discard pile, I'm actually going to Energy Retrieval here. I'm going to grab both, because I can get one back in the discard if I really need to. We Nest Ball, grab a Ogerpon. Only 2 Ogerpons in our deck. That's not cool. Trying to remember if there's 4 or 3 in this deck. I didn't think to look when we were doing the deck review. Let's Teal Dance. Get another Sandy Shocks. I'm gonna Ultra Ball. Wait, hold on. To my discard, nothing. I'm gonna Ultra Ball away a Sandy Shocks and a Fighting Energy. Grab an Ogre. Play it. Teal Dance it. Earthen Vessel is interesting, but not really what I needed. I'm going to Professor Sada to get my Fighting Energy onto my Raging Bolt. Draw 3 cards. Okay. I'm going to put down another Bolt. Trekking Shoes. Research. No, I'm going to fish for a better card. Not that one. Poopy. I'm going to Earthen Vessel to drop the Electric Energy. To grab another Electric Energy and a Grass. Manual attach for the turn. Yeah, unfortunately, we tried to get one of our switches, didn't. Just didn't. We went through over half the deck. Well, I guess not over half, because there's 6 over here, so almost half the deck, and didn't end up finding a switch, which kind of sucks. To get the Snorunt out, they Nest Ball, probably for another Snorunt or Bidoof, or maybe another Froakie. Snorunt. Is this fine? If they, honestly, if they get a Greninja up and KO my Squawkabilly, it's going to double turbo. I don't love that. Because that means that Greninja's coming in and doing its big thing. The Iono, I can deal with that. I can deal with the Iono. The Iono might save us here. And they also didn't have Greninja there. They were playing with fire. If they don't get a Greninja off of this, I can come in and KO your Froakie. Buddy. That's not a Greninja. Because I do have the Switch Cart. So if they can't get the Squawkabilly killed, I can still get it out of the active, right? I have Earthen Vessel to get Grass Energies. Trekking Shoes to try and fish. Pal Pad, I can get back a Professor Sada. There's another Froakie and a Snorunt. Did you get the Greninja here, is the question. Because you're going to lose a lot of resources if you don't have the Greninja. Hyper Aroma, what do you do? Search detect for 3 stage 1 Pokemon reveal and put in your hand and shuffle your deck. So they can get Frogadier. Frogadier and Frostlass, yeah. So you get 2 Frostlasses here, which can start doing damage to my Ogerpons and my Squawkabilly. This is the second time Squawkabilly just... Oh, no, Squawkabilly did do... We did Squawk and Seize this time, at least. They're going to just straight evolve into Frogadier. I'm KOing that Frogadier and taking all that energy away from you. You know that, right? I don't care if you paralyze my Squawk. I wonder if they even... Yeah, they're just going to instant charge. That's wild. That is wild. Because guess what? You and your friends are dead. I'm gonna Pal Pad da-na-na-na-na-na for Professor Sada, and I don't need you. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Trekking Shoes for Bug Catching Set. Yeah, why not? Let's play that. See if we can get off it. Nothing. Cool, thank you. Oh, that's right. Our Ogerpons are all in the prizes. I don't have to dink around too much. I can get Raging Bolt out here. Prosperity's sake, let's Nest Ball. We have a Raging Bolt. Yeah, we have a Raging Bolt out. I don't need anything. Just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. Am I right? What Earthen Vessel. I'm going to get rid of the fighting energy to grab 2 grass. Teal Dance number 1. Gets us a Sandy Shocks. Teal Dance number 2. Gets us the Professor Sada's Vitality. How many energies we got in the discard? 2. Perfect. Love to see it. Professor Sada gets a fighting energy here and an electric energy here. We're going to get 3 cards. We do get the counter catcher. It doesn't help us. Super Rod. What can we use that on? Just a Sandy Shocks? Who cares? I don't need it. This means Raging Bolt, Bellowing Thunder. We need to discard 2 energy cards. 1 will be the electric energy off the Raging Bolt, and 2 will be a fighting energy off of this Raging Bolt, because we have Professor Sada. Get both those back next turn. Frogadier goes down with a bunch of energy cards, which means they won't be able to do their secondary Greninja attack next turn, because this Froakie has no energy on it, but they do have a bunch of Frostlass, so that's going to suck. But I do have a Bravery Charm. I'm going to slap that on one of these Ogerpons. There's a weird noise coming from outside. It's probably a UFO. I don't know if you guys can hear. It's really high-pitched and woo 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 kind of thing. We're going to see a bunch of Frostlass. Just makes sense. This counter catcher is kind of useless to us now because we're ahead. And I don't want to get to a point where my opponent is going to start getting ahead. They're going to get the Greninja out this turn. Out! But I'm also going to be able to KO the Greninja. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We already have 70, 40, 210, 280, 350, 420. 420, blaze it! And then we have the Professor Sada. I get 2 more energy, plus if I get an energy I can manually attach for the turn. And whatever Teal Dance shenaniganery we get. Irida. They do have the Greninja, obviously. They need a water energy still, though, so the Irida's probably fishing for that. Need to find, like, an Energy Retrieval or an Earthen Vessel. Get another Snow Run out, too. We got 2 prizes off this Greninja. I think there's boss's orders in this deck. If not, we're gonna have to try and Pokemon Catcher. Wow, the Iono. The Iona discard is kind of crazy. They did play Irida this turn though, so they couldn't Iono'd me anyway. Gonna get the 2 water energies manually attached for the turn to the Greninja. Shinobi Blade. Probably grab a Frostlass. But then they're sitting here with a bunch of Frostlass that have no energy on them yet, and Rotom V. So. Like, this deck is just so fast-paced, too. Which is nice. Yep. You get to search your deck for a card. It's like Pidgeot, but you have to attack to do it, so you don't get the use of the card on that turn. Kind of sucks. But also, you're a Greninja. I don't care. They also won't be able to KO my Raging Bolt that's active this turn, so I don't need to dump all of its energy. I don't really have to worry about my Ogerpons right now either, because they're looking healthy. Maybe Bravery Charm, Professor Sada's to get... I mean, it doesn't matter where I put them. They're just getting discarded anyway. We do have an Earthen Vessel and a Fighting Energy off of that. So, I can Earthen Vessel away my Sandy Shocks. Grass, Electric. Are a bunch of my grass energy. Actually, there's no energies in the discard. They're just all attached to Ogerpons or in the prizes. We're gonna Teal Dance. Get a grass here. That gets us an Ultra Ball, which doesn't help us right now. I don't need to draw here, so I don't need to do Radiant Greninja nonsense, but I can manually attach to the Raging Bolt. And then we are going to Bellowing Thunder here. We're going to take one off of you. So that's 70, 140, 210, 280. Should be enough. Yep. KO the Greninja. And get 2 prizes. We get another Ogerpon. Thing is, we want to not deck out. I do have Super Rod, so I can get some more cards back in there. They're also damaging their own Rotom with all of these Frostlass. It's going to take a few more rounds for their Rotom to get KO'd. If they play another Frostlass here, it'll be up to 100 damage. Just trying to figure out if I want to try and invest in pulling it up. I don't know that I can. I got Pokemon Catchers, right? Or are they in the discards? Are they in the discards? There's my Prime Catcher. I must just not run Boss's Orders in here because we were relying on the Professor Sada so much. Yeah, there you have no Pokemon Catchers in our discard pile, so there's still at least one in this deck here. Okay, they get the 4 Sealstone and the Counter Catcher. Counter Catcher might throw... not really. Yeah, they're going to pull something up. It's fine, though. Yeah, it's going to be the Squawk. That's fine. I can just attach an energy and manually retreat you. If I don't find a way to switch with the Switch Cart. How many... I've only played the one Switch Cart so far, right? Yeah. There should be hopefully one more in these 8 cards I've left. Got a Froak. Play that Froak. And that's all they can do this turn. They're going to instant charge. Oh, no, they're not instant charging. Sorry, they're Forest Sealstone. Duh. So they could get like a Professor Sada's or an Iono or... I don't know what. Iono doesn't really help me right now. It'll help me in a few turns when I have no cards left in my deck, but right now I'd rather have these cards in my hand so they're out of the way so I can try and get a card I need, you know. And also we wouldn't have the energy guaranteed in our hand for Squawkabilly to retreat it. Okay, they're just going to instant charge. I don't know what card they pulled. Probably a rare candy for the Greninja. Something for a Greninja, right? But again, they can't do an attach. Or enough attach. Professor Sada's interesting. I don't need it right now, though. I don't need it right now, though. Play Super Rod. Let's get back 3 grass energies. Let's get 3 grass energies back. Guess I could Professor Sada here then. Yeah. Well, here, let's manually attach the Squawkabilly first. Retreat. into this Raging Bolt has damage on it. That's fine. Because then it doesn't set up a Greninja to 2 KO. You know Greninja won't be able to do anything anyway. And now we Professor Sada. Let's get fighting. Electric. Yeah, there's a Pokemon Catcher, actually. We get the heads. Give me that Froakie. Give me that Froakie right now. Do I have to do anything? I guess Switch Cart for fun. Just to make my Raging Bolt a little healthier. And then we just Bellowing Thunder. We'll discard one off of this Raging Bolt. And they concede! Got 2 Greninjas to concede tonight, gang! Let's go. Yeah, Raging Bolt Ogerpon is so fast, it's hard for those decks that need to set up. Because Raging Bolt Ogerpon can basically set up turn 1 and get ready to go pretty consistently. So, definitely a deck you guys should check out if you have not already. It's pretty popular, so I'd be surprised if you haven't at least heard of this deck yet. But I love it, so I wanted to play it this week for you guys and show you the power that it has if you have not encountered such power yet. But thank you so much for joining us this week. Again, scuffed with the lag on the camera and stuff. I know it's hard. I should honestly set up multiple, like OBS with lag and OBS without lag, but I just used it all in the same one. But again, thank you so much for joining us. If you liked, be sure to hit that like and subscribe if you have not already. Otherwise, in the comment section below, both let me know if you want to see that ranked laddering series with my primary deck, and what kind of decks would you want to see in the future in these videos. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Have a good night, everybody.